CNN's Jake Tapper and ABC's Martha Raddatz asked Joe Manchin the appropriate questions. But most importantly, that sort of question about the West Virginians. Check this out, and then we'll take it on the other side.
After changes that you pushed for, enhanced federal unemployment benefits now expire about a month earlier, and there's a new income cap for writing them off on your taxes. I have to say, you represent one of the lowest income states in the nation. Why were you fighting for less help for citizens during this cruel economic time?
All I did was try to make sure that we were targeting where the help was needed. Right now, we're getting $300 to people who are unemployed by no fault of their own.
I am targeting it. So what I did, I've targeted it by reducing it from $400 a month to $300 a month to the senator of a whole state that is doing horrendously badly with the amount of money their people make. They are a poor state. Why not try to get more money into your state from this $1.9 trillion budget? Who is he fighting for? Who is he fighting for? Well, Martha Raddatz did it a bit better than Tapper in a little bit. Let's take a look at how she handled that.
Senator, you brought the Senate to a standstill for 10 hours on Friday, threatened to side with Republicans, and did not budge until a call from the president and significant concessions were made. In the end, you got $300 a month instead of $400 for benefits. So in this pandemic economy, you don't think people need more money?
I didn't do anything intentionally whatsoever. I did everything I could to bring us together so we'd have more support and the public would get the needed help that's needed. We have so many different ways that we're helping the public with this piece of legislation. It's not that I don't think. I think that basically what would have happened, going from 300 to 400, there's going to be a glitch where people are going to go without unemployment checks for a while. 300 has kept it systematically and kept a smooth transition through there. I always try to work with my Democrat colleagues, my caucus, and my Republican friends. And there was an awful lot of input for over last month.
Senator, we know you are all about bipartisanship, but President Biden did not get a single Republican vote for a relief package in the middle of a pandemic. So at this point, doesn't bipartisanship seem like a false hope?
Not at all, Martha. The first group of people that President Biden brought to the White House was 10 of my friends and colleagues, 10 Republicans, to see what their idea was. They came out with a proposal. He thought we needed to do a lot more, which that is his prerogative, and I support him with that. But with that, we had an awful lot of input from Republican friends all through this process. A lot of the changes that we made that were basically brought into this process came by working with my Republican and Democrat colleagues together.
You know, Politico wrote that your outsized influence has cast its shadow over the Senate since the day the Democrats captured their 50-50 majority. They're talking about this. They're talking about minimum wage, cabinet appointments. If they're not getting bipartisan support, which they aren't, no matter how many meetings they have, do the Democrats now have to cater to Joe Manchin's agenda?
Not at all. No, I didn't lobby for this position. I've never changed, Martha. I'm the same person I have been all my life. I look for that moderate middle. The common sense that comes with the moderate middle is who I am. That's what people expect. My state of West Virginia, they know me. You've got to work a little bit harder when we have this toxic atmosphere and the divisions that we have and the tribal mentality. Martha, that's not to be acceptable. You've got to work hard and fight that. I always want that moderate middle to be able to work, and that's where you govern from. That's where you run your life from.
First of all, have you noticed how he tried to clean up the $300 from $400 to $300? I'm giving you less money over several weeks just so that the system will work fine. The system is kind of calibrated for $300 now, and if we put it up to $400, you may go a few weeks when they make this adjustment. That's bull. They can do that. I am a software guy. I write software. They can do that with one parameter change. But the next thing is that how naive can this guy be? He's not naive. He knows what he's doing. If we go from Reagan right back up, whenever Democrats pass bills they are liable to get zero Republican support or simply nominal Republican support. The converse is not true in the aggregate. The converse is definitely not true in the aggregate. So what is Manchin talking about? Some false bipartisanship that we are going to be able to talk these guys and convince these guys to come and vote with us. No, they are making a categorical statement. They have no intention in supporting any policy that has a Republican stamp on it. What they want you to do is capitulate to them so that they can say, well, we supported this bill because the Democrats did what we told them to do. And it is only that reason that we voted for it. In effect, what we have is a Republican bill. Because even under Obamacare, Obamacare had its foundational roots in the Heritage Foundation. And even that they didn't support. They changed their model as soon as Obama adopted a conservative health care plan that he couldn't even get them to vote for that. Now, look, this is partisan, yes, but it's deeper than partisan. And Joe Manchin is not playing into the game. Joe Manchin is playing likely for survival in West Virginia, just like his governor, our Democratic governor, who still has Democratic values, who's still saying, pass this $1.9 trillion no matter what, but became a Republican because so far we have not made the effort to go into West Virginia as Democrats, appeal to their better values. We haven't yet done that. And he's just thinking about self-preservation instead of saying, I am going to take this one for America. And if for some reason I don't get reelected, now I think he would get reelected because people will be doing much better. If for some reason I don't get reelected, at least I have done the right thing. It's not like he needs the money. He just wants to have the power. We spend a lot of time deconstructing the news, trying to parse it into a form that everybody can understand. We try to find those little nitpicks where it flies above the fray, etc. If you really like these videos that we do, I want to ask a big favor. Please go ahead, number one, subscribe to our channel, and number two, please join if you can. Thank you so kindly for watching. Keep watching. Please remember to share. We must populate the entire internet with our progressive message, a message that we know is what most Americans say that they want. So help us, please join.